Good evening YouTube, Mr. Jabroni here again, back with another Smackdown review. Second week in a row as well, I've got to say. I'm enjoying reviewing Smackdown, I'm enjoying watching Smackdown on the road to Wrestlemania. Smackdown this week, better than Raw, without a doubt, and better than Impact. Definitely Smackdown show of the week, again. So let's get on to this week's Smackdown. The show starts off with the new World Heavyweight Champion, Chris Jericho. He says after 15 long hard months of scratching and crawling his way back up, he is the World Champion again. He talks about what happened on Raw. Edge comes out, gets a huge chant, which is pretty weird since Edge, he'd just been the #1 heel in the company for years, not just months, but years. He turned face, and the crowd all of a sudden change their favourite wrestler and go, oh yeah, Edge, his face. I'm not taking anything away from Edge or Smackdown, but I'm just saying, it's pretty, the crowd, they just change their favourite wrestler just because he's face. But anyway, not taking anything away from Edge or Smackdown. Says to Jericho that he's best at getting speared after Jericho cuts his classic promo, I'm the best in the world at what I do. And he also says that Jericho doesn't think he can beat him. And when he gets up in the morning, he thinks about Edge. When he goes to the shop, he thinks about Edge. And at WrestleMania, if he comes in with that mindset, then Edge will be winning at WrestleMania. Jericho says Edge will never spear him again. He then punches Edge, goes for a code breaker. Edge holds onto the ropes. Jericho falls down. Edge then spears Jericho to end the segment. It was a very, very strong segment. Edge vs Jericho for me is definitely going to be the best match at WrestleMania 26. I know people are saying, how can you say that when Shawn Michaels and Undertaker were there? But after their 30-minute match last year, you've got to ask yourself, what can they do to top that match? They're not hardcore wrestlers, they're just wrestlers, and what can they possibly do to top that match last year? They can put on and they can equalise it, but how are they going to top it? I definitely think Edge vs Jericho has got the potential to be the best show-stealing match at WrestleMania 26. Anyway, match one, Money in the Bank qualifier. John Morrison's versus Dolph Ziggler versus R-Truth in a fucking great match, I thought, alright, this match, it's got some good guys in, they're very athletic and all that, but it's just going to be a quick match. Turns out, no, it was a good, strong 10-minute match. You had Dolph Ziggler doing the heelish things at the beginning of the match, going out, letting the two faces fight and all of that. You even saw a ring dive, which is pretty rare in WWE these days, with R-Truth doing it to Ziggler. Also in this match, at the end, all three men are on the ring turnbuckle, and John Morrison punches Ziggler off. He goes out and he whacks his face on the side of the ring just as he goes out. I mean, I honestly went, oh shit, that was painful. Anyway, Ziggler gets the win when John Morrison hits the Starship Pain on R-Truth. Ziggler pulls Morrison's out and steals the win. Very good, very good. I hope John Morrison somehow I hope they have a losers battle royal or something and Morrison gets into Money in the Bank, because it won't be the same without him. Next up, a video promo for Undertaker vs HBK, which was very good, hyped the match up. Match 2 for the women's title, Mickie James vs Michelle McCool, with Vicky Guerrero as a special guest referee. Utter shit, not going to waste a lot of time with this match. Things to note, I don't know what's the... Oh yeah, the only thing to note in this match really is Todd Grisham's botch. You had Mike, Matt Striker, sorry. He goes, oh yes, Michelle McCool in the dominant position here, which she was because she was in control of the match. And then Todd goes, oh no, why isn't Mickey the dominant diva? And then Matt just puts Todd in his place, which was funny. Best moment of the match. Oh yeah, there's a new champion, but who gives a shit? Oh yeah, and Vicky, she fell out of the ring, and I honestly thought, was that real? Because Michelle McCool had the pin, and then Vicky just fell out of the ring. I don't know. But anyway, not wasting time with that shite. Next up, Money in the Bank qualifier, Kane vs Drew McIntyre. It was a good match, but from Kane, he's just done the same things he did in his matches with Ziggler, his recent matches with Drew McIntyre. You know, it's just more of the same stuff really. It was a good match, but it just felt like we've seen that match before. Kane gets a win, ending Drew McIntyre's undefeated streak, which was pretty weird as well how they did it. Drew McIntyre was going for his DDT finisher. Kane just pushed him back. Drew McIntyre goes for a roll up. Kane's there, goes back, kicks him to the head and gets a pin. It was a weird finish, if you ask me, just a kick to the head. They could have at least done a choke slam, but a kick to the head to end an undefeated streak. Yeah. Still, good match. Kane in Money in the Bank. Every Money in the Bank's got to have their big man. Let's just hope Kane is the only big man in Money in the Bank this year. Next, Miz in the ring. He says he wants Teddy to find him and show a good tag team match for Wrestlemania to defend their tag titles. Teddy comes out, he says, yeah, I'll do that. And then he makes Edge vs Miz for later on tonight. Just change the page here. Next match. Money in the Bank qualifier, CM Punk vs Shelton Benjamin, in a good match as well. I honestly thought, alright, you've got CM Punk, he's won the last two Money in the Banks, of course he's got to be in this year's Money in the Bank to tease it. But no, Shelton pulled off the win when before Shelton was going to get the win, and then his Luke Gallows distracted him. We thought CM Punk was going to get the win when he was going for the GTS, but then Ray come out, distracted CM Punk, and Shelton Benjamin got the win with his DDT, or whatever it is, which was very good, very surprising. Very glad that Shelton Benjamin is in his 5th Money in the Bank. He always steals the show in Money in the Bank, and it'd be wrong if he wasn't in Money in the Bank, quite frankly. So I'm very glad that he's in Money in the Bank, and it caught me off guard that he won. Next up, the Raw rebound, then into the main event, match 5, yes. Edge vs Miz. It was a good match. It started off very slowly, you know, because it had a lot of time to fill. On Raw this week, you had the main event that was at the end of the show. The Raw only had a minute to go. You knew it wasn't going to be a long match. You knew something was going to happen. But this had 20 minutes to fill. Take out the ad breaks and stuff, so it had about 10 minutes to fill. So it started off slow, a lot of time wasting tactics from both men, running out of the ring and all that. But when the match got going, it was a good match, and Edge got the win of a good little match, and a good way to build Edge as a main eventer again. Since he's been out for 6 months, you've got to rebuild him. You can't just have him come back and then main event a pay-per-view. You've got to rebuild him and make him look strong, especially when he's going to main event WrestleMania 26. So yes, good match, a good win for him. Miz, I don't like him, but you know, he's a double champion at the minute, so anyone who beats him, they automatically get a boost. So anyway, this week's Smackdown, very good, a very great Smackdown this week. It's definitely the best show right now. Impact is good, Raw, utter shite. And if you want proper wrestling, watch TNA, watch Smackdown, is all I've got to say. Anyway, I don't want to run over the time limit, so I've been Mr. Jabroni, and I'm out.